Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Sadhana World Foundation. Today's is the 8th episode. As you know, we care about crafting young lives by imparting moral stories, moral values, moral education to them. Over the last few episodes, we have been talking about a few moral values like hard work, discipline, and so on. Today we have chosen something interesting which is not only important for the lives of the young children but also lives of people in general. So that's about respecting others. As usual, we will describe a few stories from the folk tales and try to draw some meaning out of those stories. When we were kids, we went to the schools, we were told that we must respect the seniors. What we understood by respecting seniors, we understood that if someone is senior to us by age, like parents, like teachers, like elder siblings, and so on, we need to obey their words. We need to listen to them. We need to obey their words. So respect in our heads was a lot towards obedience. However, over a period of time, as we have grown up and the society is changing, the socio-economic norms are changing, new generation is coming into action, we have understood that that concept of respecting others needs to change. So today we will talk about why it needs to change, what is that new concept, and we will take some stories from the folk tales and use them to describe that to the young children around us. So as a first thing, let's talk about what is respecting for others. I hope that you agree with this definition. I think respecting for others is intent listening to others' views and appreciating the views, opinions, and ideas of the other person. I may or may not agree fully with what the person is saying, but it is firstly to intently listen and try to understand what the person is saying. We all like to be respected by the others. When we are giving an opinion or an idea or a view about a particular topic, we would like to be heard, we would like to be listened. Hence, like someone else has said, respect is being treated the way I would like to be treated. It is about treating others. So if I want to respect you, I need to treat you the way I would like to be treated by the other person. In schools, colleges, universities, in our work life, in our home, in our society and community, there are various instances where we don't meet the benchmark or the expectations set on us, isn't it? So how we would like to be treated in that kind of a situation when there is a shortfall? Would we like to be humiliated publicly? Certainly not. There are many instances where there are debates, discussions on which we may have a view and the other person may have a different point of view. But when my point of view differs from the other person's, so would we like to be slighted? Would we like to be humiliated? Would we like to be sidetracked? Certainly not, isn't it? So respect in my mind is being listened intently and a genuine attempt being made to be understood. That's respect. Now coming to a folktale. While I was doing a little bit of research about the various stories and episodes which are available on the internet, there are so many of them. I picked up just one interesting thing. It's a story about a village where there was an old man who was an influential person in that village. He got a new neighbor, a young person who came from the nearby town, who's trying to establish himself in that town. This person was influential, but this new neighbor didn't know about this person's influence over the others in the village. He is going about doing his own work and trying to establish himself. So this gentleman did not like the new neighbor and started talking about it with the other villagers. There was a theft in the village, and naturally it was a big issue in the village when there is a theft, and people were trying to figure out who the thief could be, whether it is from within their own village or there is someone else who broke in and who did something. Suddenly, a rumor started spreading that this new person who has come into this village and trying to establish himself is the thief. They complained to the police, and the police referred to the judiciary system of the village. So the judge immediately said that, yeah, could be there are so many people who seem to be kind of giving witness to this person as the suspected thief. So he said that you first arrest this new person and put him behind the bars. And he was in the jail for a few days when the investigation was carried out. And they figured out nothing. They could not find any evidence in support of the fact that this person was the thief. So the judgment day came and he was let free. While the case of theft remained unresolved, but the case about this person's honesty got settled. This person felt humiliated and thought that he should complain. He should make a movement in the judicial system against his neighbor who seemed to be spreading the rumor, who seemed to have sowed the seed of doubt in the minds of the people of that village. So again, another judgment happened, and this time the judge was fair, just, and very balanced. So he asked the accused, that's the old man, as well as this young man, various questions and tried to find the judgment. So he asked this old man, you seem to be spreading all the rumors against this person. Whatever accusations that you had spread could not be proved. So why were you spreading the rumor? The old man said, see, I have loads of experience. I felt that our villagers are all honest people and he is the new person who has come. And he doesn't really mix with many other people, and I suspected him. I did not accuse him. I suspected, and I talked about it to the fellow villagers. That's it. I have not hurt him. I have not stolen anything from him. Why am I the accused person? So the judge listened intently, and judge said, okay, you do a small thing. Gave him a piece of paper. He asked the old man to write down all the rumors that he has spread against this neighbor of his. So he wrote all of that and he handed over the piece of paper. The judge tore it into small pieces and handed over the small pieces of paper to this old man. Said that you throw these pieces of paper anywhere in the village. Tomorrow I'll pass the judgment. So the next day the court was assembled and everybody was looking forward to this interesting way of judgment. Judges were respected in that village. Like today we respect, most of the judges are respected very highly, at least in our country and many other democracies. So the judge says, before I pass the judgment, I would like accuse the old man to do a small task and then I will pass the judgment. So the old man said, again some task for me? Okay, please tell me, Your Honor, what can I do? So the judge said, I handed over a few pieces of paper yesterday to you. Can you get them back? The old man said, how can I get them back? They would have flown away in the wind. You asked me to throw them in the village. So the judge said, exactly, that's the judgment. I wanted to prove to you as well as to this village that you have committed a mistake of spreading the rumor. You sowed the seeds of doubt in the minds of the villagers. And by sowing the seeds of doubt in the minds of the villagers, this gentleman has lost his honor, was put into inconvenience, lost time, was harmed for no fault of his. Though you took it very casually about spreading the rumor, but you see how spreading rumor can cause so much of damage. So everybody was astonished, isn't it? So what's the moral of this story? For me, the moral of this story was that respect is about intent listening and trying to understand the other person's points of view. In this particular case, just because the old man did not like his new neighbor, he spread rumors. He thought that this new person is bad, the new person is evil, the new person is not like him. Sure, the new person wasn't like him or any of the villagers that he liked earlier. Sure. However, that doesn't mean that this person should have spread rumors. So this is a form of disrespecting the new person. So come back to our real life situations that we all live in. We interact with people in our community. Not all of them are our friends or our close acquaintances. We interact with friends in our school, or we interact with our colleagues in an office or the factory where we work. We interact with a multitude of people. It is impossible that my views, my ideas would be accepted by everyone else. However, it's important that we all need to live in harmony. That is why it's so important to try to understand the other person's opinion. So we have to always try to be understood before we understand the other person. Is that the right thing to do? Certainly not. We need to understand others first and then seek to be understood. So that's respect for me. I hope you like this episode. I look forward to talking to you again in the future episodes. Thank you very much.